we'll have an argument about it. It's really, our clocks have changed everything. So what we'd like you to do, I'd like you to encourage your students to become, dare I say it, space geeks. And if you become a space geek by going to planetary.org/spacegeek, yes, my friends, we will send you a Space Geek button. Wow, Bill, that's cool. I know. But try it, because we really want to use space exploration to change the world. There are nominally very few natural disasters that you can do anything about. We at the planetary site believe we know of the only one. The only preventable natural disaster is an asteroid impact. And if you saw this coming, I hope at this point you would say to yourself, ah! Because it's too late. If we're going to deflect an asteroid, we've got to do it when it's way out in space, 10 years away. Now, many of you may know about Apophis. Apophis is an asteroid that will come by here twice, in 2029 and then again in 2036. And right now, by all calculations, it looks like it'll miss. But if it didn't miss, that would be, the modern expression is problematic. What do you mean? What's the difference between that and really bad? Problematic. And I can't say this enough. If an asteroid the size of this room, or half the size of this room, hit the Earth, that's it, okay? That's Control-Alt-Delete for civilization. Okay? That's it. Yes, the Earth would still be here. And my understanding is the sea jellies and squid will do very well. But that's not really my issue. You know, people talk about saving the Earth. I want to save the Earth for me, okay, for humans. Even my old boss, yes. I want to save it for me. And so it is very reasonable that, okay, it's fun to think about the idea that the reason we haven't heard from another civilization is because they didn't solve this problem, right? On some other star systems, they didn't happen to have a moon nearby with a society that just reached enough technical sophistication to have a mortal enemy, the former Soviet Union, and then declared that we really got to go to this moon to prove ourselves cool, to prove ourselves superior. And then we went to the moon, and we accidentally created a space program, and then we accidentally had the ability to go deflect an asteroid. And unless you have that series of events, you got Control-Alt-Deleted. And so we haven't heard from you. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it's very fun to think about. And frankly, it's fun to think about what you would do about an asteroid. It really is quite an exercise with your students. People talk about all kinds of crazy things. Here's Eros. Well, it's a picture. If we had the asteroid here, yeah, you'd notice it. Yeah. It's a couple kilometers long. It wouldn't fit in here. Anyway, so people say, what do you do about such a thing? Well, we'll bounce light off it. That's cool. And we'll give it we'll put a reflector on it, which will sunlight will bounce off it, and photon pressure, the tiny momentum of light, even though it's pure energy, it has momentum, will push it off course. Would it have enough so-called delta V, enough change in speed? Oh yeah, when you go to deflect an asteroid, you almost certainly can't push it north or south to have it miss the Earth. You gotta just make it so it doesn't arrive in the Earth's orbit at the same time you and I are there. So you gotta either speed it up slightly or slow it down slightly. And it is quite a thing to talk to your students about. Who should take responsibility for that? And then if, let's say, the United States takes responsibility and wants to send a nuclear weapon into space, how many people are gonna trust us with that, or anybody with that? And then what if it screws up? And you blew it. You had only one chance 10 years ago to do something about it, and you didn't. It's quite a thing. So should we go there with a rocket and land on the surface and then, push it? Except it's in outer space, it would go. Would it have enough delta V? It's quite a thing. This is the only preventable natural disaster. And the Planetary Society right now is at the forefront of this. Every year we give away small grants to astronomers who are interested in so-called near-Earth objects, NEOs. And a team in Los Agos, Spain just found a 50-kilometer object that would, 50 meters, 50-meter object that would, it would be a Tunguska-style event. If you know Tunguska, in Siberia, where all the trees were blown down in 1908 on June 30th, and no one's exactly sure exactly why, but it was almost certainly either a meteor or a comet, icy thing that hit the atmosphere so hard it's knocked down all the trees. If that happened in Indianapolis, that's it. Okay, no more Motor Speedway. Okay, we're done. Let alone Tokyo, some economic center, some place where where the server farms, all the computers are in Utah and California. It would just end life as we know it in a moment. So we are very interested in near-Earth objects. The other potentially preventable